It's a great opportunity for the citizens of Lawrence to be able to buy into the bond issue here. Not only does it help out the city and the fire department, but it also gives them a sense of pride, kind of a sense of ownership.
So one of the focus areas of Burlington municipal governance has been taking our post-industrial waterfront and turning it into a 21st century waterfront. To go down to the Burlington waterfront today is to experience really one of the most beautiful waterfronts in the country.
The reason this is really exciting now is because I think there is a real sense of innovation, particularly in cities. And what mini bonds are doing is it's opening up this market so that the actual local citizens can have a say and can buy into the local community.
I felt like the time was right for me and my family to invest in municipal bonds. We looked at it as a savings vehicle so that when the bond matures and our daughter's old enough to receive that, we can basically give that to her as a gift so that she can use it for her education or for whatever else she needs.
The bonds are tax exempt both for federal and state purposes. Typically when cities issue bonds, they're in increments of 5,000, which again, that's another barrier to your local investor. In this case, since the denomination's a $1,000 denomination, it does make it more accessible.
Using the Neighborly platform was super easy. It was easier to open an account with them, and it was even easier to purchase the bonds that I wanted.
Young people really understand investment. I've got my $100 in here, and I can make a change, and I can also see a return. I'm investing in the future, not just of myself, but where I live.
The most exciting thing about the Cambridge mini bond issuance is that it's not a new idea at all. It's in fact the way that our nation's communities used to borrow money to build public projects. When we needed to build a ballpark or a school or a fire station or a library, we would gather around, we would vote the project in, and the next day we would show up and buy bonds in our community.
And I think there's nothing as powerful as ownership.
People have felt enormously empowered, and so we've seen an outpouring in Cambridge of people who never were involved in the system before, who all of a sudden feel that they have a say in their community.
I chose to invest because I voted for many of the projects that these bonds were going to be paying for.
I'm excited to be investing with Neighborly because I've lived in Cambridge since 1981. I worked for the Cambridge Public Schools for 27 years, and the idea of being able to invest in the community that I love and live in is just like fantastic.
Knowing that the fire truck is funded by the residents is very important because they're not only contributing to our job to do it better, but also it's for their neighbor.
Democratizing the municipal bond market will bring more capital into this market and bring down the costs that cities incur.
There's excitement. People are interested. This is our first time doing it, and in the future we hope to continue to grow it.
If we don't make this change, we're going to be left behind.
We really have to look to the future in a sustainable direction so that we have a city, so that we have a planet that we can hand off to our future generations.